Again, let me remind everybody that when you're absent from class, the videos, if your class is being videoed, that's on the YouTube channel, that is there for you to do, for you to stay on top of the class. And that way, when you come back, that you're not that far behind. Because what I'm just going to say is, you need to watch the videos to make sure that you know how to do the homework. Because all the classes are videoed anytime someone is absent. So keep that in mind. So number 19. So what do those symbols mean? That's number 19, right? So Jed, what do those symbols mean? F of 0 equals 5, F of 2 equals 3, and F of negative 1 equals 0. You have your notes? All right, somebody help them out. What do those symbols mean, please? Daniel?
X and Y.
All right, explain further, please.
The one in parentheses is X and equal to Y.
You hear that? You didn't hear that? Say it again, Daniel.
So it's F of X. So the one in parentheses is X, and then the one it's equal to is Y.
All right, so what are you gonna do with them?
You have to make it a function.
Okay? So how are you gonna do that?
Put it in the standard form.
Okay, where's standard form?
Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c.
Okay? So do that, please.
Five. Five x.
Excuse me?
5 equals 5x.
5 equals 5x, why?
Because 0. X is 0.
Okay?
And y is 5.
Okay?
And plus c.
Okay? So now what?
Keep it, plug it in.
Okay? So, did you do it? I'm not gonna do it for you, buddy. Come on, you're telling me exactly what to do. You do it.
Right here on paper.
Right there.
Oh,
Tell me what to write.
x squared.
Excuse me?
Did you write x squared or
Why? What did you just tell me?
0?
What about 0?
0 is x.
Okay?
Plus the y, which is 5.
Okay,
and plus the C.
okay. So what should I write?
5 equals 0x.
Which is? Why 0x? I thought you said x was 0.
0 squared.
Okay? You were here on Friday, right? Okay. You wanna make sure?
Plus 5x.
Why 5x? Good. Do what you're telling me to do. What are you telling me to do?
Plug it in.
Plug it in. So plug it in, please. Where do you plug it in?
A and B.
Excuse me?
The A and the B.
The A and the B? Why? Why are you changing your words? Alright, then help them out again. What did you say those was stood for?
X and Y.
The X and the Y. What's the X?
With 1 in parentheses.
Okay, and what's Y?
Number by itself equal to.
Alright, so where do you plug it in?
The top equation.
Okay? So plug it in. What are you plugging in?
No, X and Y.
Okay? So do that, please. Alright, Haley, help him out. What are you plugging in?
Did you want me to do it?
Plug it in.
5 equals bx plus c.
Excuse me?
5 equals c.
Why?
Because you put a 0 in for the x and it's
Alright, explain it a little bit better.
so if you multiply a squared by 0, it's 0, and if you multiply b by 0, it's 0.
Okay. You know what she did?
Yeah, but how did she get the,
Excuse me?
why did she put the Y in 5?
Isn't that what you said Y was?
Yeah.
So why would you put the 5 in for Y? I thought that's what you said. The Y was 5 and the X was 0. So would you not put the 5 in for Y?
No.
Why? Why would you not?
You already have Y equals 5, so you put the X for the A and you calculate it, it's gonna.
Why would, but, yeah, think about what you're saying. Think about what you're saying. We know that X is 0 and we know Y is 5. So why would we put 0 in for A and not put 5 in for Y? If we know that Y equals 5 and X equals 0. Correct. So that's what I explained on Friday. I explained this 3 or 4 times. Folks, why do we take notes if we never ever look at them again? Why waste your time sitting in class by writing things down if you're never going to ever look at them again? Yeah, I'm going to be hard on you right now because some of you are shooting yourselves in the foot and wonder why we can't do well in my class. Because we're not writing things down that will help you out. Not me, not the person beside you, but writing things down that will help you out. And you are at the point now where I shouldn't have to hold your hand on how to take notes. If you don't understand something that was written down on the board, then raise your hand and ask why, and then when you find out the reason why, then write it down so when you go home, you can know the reason why. We're trying to get two equations. Or three equations rather, I'm sorry, three equations. They give me the x and the y, just like they did. Did you not know how to do numbers 7, 9, and 11? Did you know how to do 7, 9, and 11?
I don't know if I got it right.
But did you know how to do it? Okay. 19 is done the same way, right? Because if I was sitting in my class, instead of sitting there in a daze, looking someplace else and working on something else, I would be paying attention and say, oh, this is X, this is Y. So when I go home at night, I would look at that, oh, that's what those things stand for, X and Y. And then I would say, substitute into there to get three equations. Folks, it doesn't matter if you write down every example I do, as long as you write down one example I do. And then write notes for yourself to understand what will I do when I go home. Because folks, you know that whatever I teach in class, I'm going to send you home to practice at home doing that same thing. You have to start writing notes instead of just writing down numbers on the board. Because half you go home and don't have a clue what you wrote down. So when you come back to class, make me reteach the whole class all over again. What we dealt with the day before, the 25 minutes or the 30 minutes. Write down the notes. And I'm sorry if you think I'm mean or not, but hey, I don't like having to reteach things 3 days in a row. So there's the notes. So I'm going to put 0 in for the x. There's my first equation. I'm going to put 2 in for the x, 3 in for the y. 3 equals 2 squared is 4a, 2 times b, plus c. Then put negative 1 in for the x, 0 in for the y. 0 equals x, or I'm sorry, a minus b plus c. Here's my three equations. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. I'm going to put the x in for the x, the y in for the y. Alright, when I solve this, how can I check to make sure I've done it right, besides me going back to the answer to the book, back to the book, which you could always do. The answer's in the back, that's why I give you the odds. So you shouldn't be able to tell me, hey, I don't know if I did it right, because you should know to get your answers. The answer's there. But if I didn't have the answer, how could I tell if I had the answer right? Were you going to say it? Once I find my A, B, and C, how would I know if I got the answer right?
Plug it into the equation, see if it is right.
Alright, do I just plug it into one or all three?
All three.
All three of them. Put my A in for my A, the B in for my B, and the C in for the C. Simplified, does it equal 3? If it does, good. Same thing in the next equation. A in for the A, the B in for the B, the C in for the C. Does it equal 0? If it does, then you have them right. So you should always know the answer is right. Here's my three equations. 5 equals C, 3 equals 4A plus 2B plus C, 0 equals A minus B plus C. Now what will I do? Charlie, you with us? Okay, look.
Could plug C in because you have 1 tries 5 equals C, and then get rid of A or B.
3 equals 4a plus 2b plus 5. 0 equals a minus b plus 5. 4a plus 2b equals negative 2. A minus b equals negative 5. So there's my two equations. If I was writing down notes, write arrows, whatever you have to do. So you can follow along when you go home. What do I do next? Substitute in for C. Simplify. Now what we're going to do? Eliminate what? Eliminate B. Does it matter if it's B or A?
No.
No, it doesn't. How am I going to eliminate B? By multiplying by 2 to get B's the same. Although I shouldn't have to do that because we had a whole chapter about this. But if you don't remember, then write down the notes. Then add them. A equals negative 2. What am I going to do with that?
Take A equals negative 2, C equals 5, and plug them into our equations.
So B equals 3. So what's my equation? Y equals negative 2 x squared plus 3x plus 5 is my equation. It all stems from, do you understand what this means? If you don't understand what this means, then yes, you can't do the problem. Alright, simple concept that we talked about Friday before, when we first started the whole thing. And folks, I'm sorry, but all my classes, for some reason this weekend decided they didn't want to do anything. And it takes more than just sitting in class during the day and not actually putting forth effort. Now I take that back, and not all my classes, not everybody, because some of you did. Right? But I had more than just a handful of people that don't. My son included. Right? And he's heard it worse than you did just now. So but we need to start, if we want to start being successful in my class, some of us need to put forth more effort in taking notes. When you're not here in class, watching the videos, so you're not getting a week behind, 5 days behind, 3 days behind, 2 days, however many days you're absent. Using your email the way you should to ask questions if you have questions. Go back to the video. Even if you're here in class, go back to the video and watch the video over again if you need to, because it's on the YouTube channel. and everybody should have the link. If you don't have the link, find out what the link is again. You have Math Excel now. Alright, go to Math Excel, click on Study Plan, go to the chapter that you're on and the section you're on, pick a question. If you go to Study Plan, you would find out on the Study Plan under section 4.3, you would have a question that's talked about 4.3.18. That is a question just like number 18 in your book that you can use to help review. Show me how to do this. Show me another problem. Give me another practice problem. Whatever you can do on Math Excel study plan you can use. If you want another problem to practice on, click it. They will say, show me another problem, and they'll regenerate another problem for you just like that one. So there's many different hints and helps that you can do. And again, you can email me and we can Google Meet or whatever you need to do to be able for you to be successful. But do not forget, this is an honors class. Right? Yes, it's a little bit more effort to put in than a normal class. But you also get the benefit of the extra quality point. So on the 4.0 scale, if you get an A, you get the 5. The B, you get the 4, and so on. And that's where the extra work benefits you, whether you like it or not. But some of you need to be in a class that challenges you, because you get bored and you don't do anything and you don't get better. We only get better by doing things that is hard for us. But that is this problem here. What do you think, Jed? All right, go to number 20. Set it up for me, Jed. Question 20. Set it up for me. You're on the right page? Come on, tell me. I don't want you to write it down there. Tell me what to write. Number 20.
-1 equals
All right, Sarah, you do the first one.
The one on page 269 or the one from the
It's homework page. Number 20. Everybody should be on page, homework page, what was it, 213? 212? 213, number 20.
negative f equals a times negative 2 squared.
All right, you fill everything in for that first equation. And just tell me what to write. So do any paper. Tell me what to write.
Negative 4
Okay.
equals a times negative 1, or, yeah, negative 1 squared plus b times negative 1 plus c.
All right, Jed, tell me the second one.
1
Excuse me?
1
I didn't hear you.
1 equals a
Alright, Logan, give me the third one.
-1 equals a times 2 squared plus b times 2 plus c.
Alright, does anybody not understand how to get those equations? Yes, sir.
The second one's wrong.
Second one's wrong? Alright, Jed, what's wrong with it?
Oh,
Which one's my x and which one's my y?
your x is 1, your y is 2, -2.
Okay, what did you do?
My b,
Excuse me?
my b,
What did you put in for x?
1,
Did you? Then y equals ax squared plus bx plus c?
my,
So what did you put in for x?
from x squared.
What do you have here? You had what there? Before I erased it.
-2.
Is that what x was?
No.
No. What should be x?
-1.
And what should be y?
-2.
Are we correct now? Simplify. Sarah, simplify please.
A minus b plus c.
Jed, simplify please.
A plus b plus c.
And who did this one? Simplify it please.
4a plus 2b plus c.
Alright, everybody know where those came from? Now what we're gonna do? Anyone?
Eliminate B,
Excuse me?
eliminate B or C.
Which one would be better?
B.
I believe C would be better. Alright, 'cause you don't have to change anything except for the sign. We're gonna change this sign to what? So add these two equations together. Would everybody agree? Now add these two equations together. Would everybody agree? What would I do with this now?
Plug it in and
So A equals, everybody agree? Now what are we gonna do with that? So C equals, so my equation would be y equals, do I have an x squared? No?
Should be B minus.
Oops. X. Y equals x minus 3? Do I have the right equation? I don't know, take my points. -1 minus 3, is that -4? Yes. 1 minus 3, is that -2? Yes. 2 minus 3, is that 1? Yes. I'm sorry, 2 minus 3 is -1, yes. So there is correct. Is it a quadratic function? Is it? Look at it again. Is y equals x minus 3 a quadratic function? How do I tell if it's a quadratic function or not?
That's not the x squared.
Must be x squared. Must have a quadratic part to it. If it doesn't have x squared, it's not a quadratic function. Alright, turn back to page 2. What page was I on?
68.
Alright, number 1, identify the vertex of axis of symmetry, maximum or minimum, domain and range. So we're at number 4. Sarah, what's the vertex?
2, negative x, or negative 6.
Look at it again. What's my vertex? Remember. Whatever we do to the x is always.
Negative 2, negative 6.
Alright, opposite. Negative 2, negative 6. Axis of symmetry, cat.
X equals 2, negative 2.
X equals negative 2. Do we have a minimum or maximum, Tyler?
Minimum,
Minimum. What is the minimum value?
negative 6.
And where is it located?
Huh?
Where is it located? Get a minimum value of negative 6 at?
At x equals negative 2.
At x equals negative 2. What's my domain, Caleb?
Domain, all the numbers.
All real numbers. Jed, what's my range?
Y less than 2, negative 2.
Why are you going less than if we have a minimum? Minimum means, right?
Upper, greater,
Alright, greater than or equal to, or just greater than?
greater than or equal to.
Greater than or equal to what?
2,
To what?
6, negative 6.
You sure? Okay, negative 6 is correct. Number 5, Logan, what's my vertex?
3, 2.
3, 2. What's my axis of symmetry? Haley,
X equals 3.
do I have a minimum or a maximum? Daniel,
Probably the maximum.
a maximum. What's my maximum value, Daniel?
It is 2 at x equals
At x with where?
no, I mean 3.
X equals 3. What's my domain, Kat?
All real numbers.
And what is my range, Sarah?
Y is less than or equal to 2.
2. Alright, very good. If I was going to graph this, what will I find first? The vertex was what here?
3, 2.
Draw my axis of symmetry. Then what?
Pick one of the spots near
Alright, one of the spots near it. Which one do you want to do, Haley?
2.
If I put 2 in, what will I do to that?
Like you put it in the equation.
Okay, and what do I get?
Um,
Go ahead.
1. Is that what you said?
3 equals 1. You should put 2 in for x.
Is he right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll plug it in. Put 2 in for x. 2 minus 3.
I made 1.
Square it.
1.
With a minus sign.
Negative 1.
Plus 2.
1.
Alright. So we're at 2, 1. Where's my next point?
3.
4, 1, right?
That. Yeah.
And then you have the graph. Okay, make sure you label it, make sure you have your axis of symmetry, make sure you have the information that you need there. Alright, number 8, describe how each transformation of the parent function x squared plus 4, what happened? Logan?
Moved up 4 units.
Moved up 4 units. Number 9, Jed, what happened?
Left 9.
Remember, anything that's done to the x is always, what's the word? Opposite. So, which direction do we move?
Right.
How many places?
9.
9, and then
Up 2.
up 2. Number 10. Alright, Sarah, what's the first transformation?
Left one.
Alright, and then the next one, Caleb?
It, was compressed vertically by factor of 2.
How can we, no, can't compress by a factor of 2.
Compressed.
If we multiply by 2, do we get smaller or bigger?
It's compressed by 1/2.
There you go. Compressed by a factor of 1/2. And then what? Logan?
Moved down 5 units.
Move down 5 units. Alright, number 11. They want you to write the equation in vertex form. What's my vertex form? Jed?
Y equals A bracket X minus H 3 squared plus K.
Alright, in this graph, what information do they give us? Haley?
It was the
Which is?
it's 2-1.
And what other information do they give us? Tyler? Which is?
9. And
0, 9. Alright, so how am I going to use this information? How will I use this information? Kat?
You put it into the equation, right?
Okay, go ahead. Fill it in for me.
Y equals ax minus 2 squared plus 1.
Alright, can we put any more information in?
Yeah.
Kat?
Yeah, 9 equals a 0 minus 2 squared plus 1.
Alright, very good. So what's my equation? Everybody agree? Alright, number 14. I don't want to do number 14, let's do, number 20. We're gonna put it in vertex form. What's my vertex form again? Alright, we got standard form, we're gonna find my vertex form, so I gotta find my h. How do I find my h? What's negative b? 2 times a? Which equals negative 3/2. So I got y equals, what's my a? Alright, remember my a's in both equations are always the same. X. So how do I find my k? What's my c? My a? And my h. Negative 2? Negative 3/2 squared? Nine 4? Now we got 10 plus 9 halves. 10 is the same thing as what over 2? 20 plus 9?
29.
So there's my vertex form. Alright, that's what you're going to have to do tomorrow in your test. You're going to have to graph parabolas. You're going to have to tell me my vertex, my axis of symmetry, my opening, my end behaviors, my domain, my range, my minimum and my maximum. So you have to give me that information. You have a quiz that dealt with that. Then you have to take from standard form, put it in vertex form, using my H and my K. Should be able to still graph from there. And then I should give you 3 points that's on the parabola, and you should be able to find my standard form of my parabola using those points. Right? Anybody have any questions of what's going to be on the test tomorrow? If you can do page 268 and 269, if you can do the problems on those 2 pages, then you should be fine on your test. So that is your work. You can do it if you want, bonus work, or you can go to Math Excel, go to Study Plan, and be able to do some work on there if you want to practice to prepare for your test tomorrow. All right? Excuse me?
Is there any homework?
There's page 268 and 269 if you want to do it.
You want us to turn it over to Russell?
Yes, please.